We need clapboard. Clap, clap. Include it.
Yeah, they're all rolling.
Has this been on, or you just turned this on?
I literally just started it. It's 8 seconds
This is
in.
too many claps.
Yeah, I can't use those claps. This is your water.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Jesus. What is happening?
I don't know.
So,
Yes.
I hear you like rock climbing.
I do like rock climbing. I started sort of my freshman year, and it's been very inconsistent, but I enjoy it a lot.
What do you mean by inconsistent? Like you don't
Oh,
do it?
like I'll go like 4 times a week in 1 week, and then I won't climb for a month, which is not the greatest way to get into good climbing shape, but
Do you like think you're going to do this because in the summer or around the year or in different parts of the country you might want to go and like boulder or
I think-
do different things?
wherever I live, I want there to be a climbing gym.
Like an indoor gym?
Yeah,
Have you climbed outside?
twice. Once
okay.
in Colorado, like probably like 6 or 7 years ago now, and then once this past summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Is what you do called bouldering, or okay? So help me
In-
understand some things because I'm a
So-
novice observer.
Yeah.
Bouldering, free solo, like what's this all about?
So top roping is where you tie a rope, like anchor a rope at the top,
Okay.
and then you're harnessed and somebody belays you.
Hmm.
Bouldering is without ropes, but it's like a short enough height that you're not going to die if you fall. So is like at a gym, it's like 15 feet, and then there's mats underneath.
Okay.
And then free soloing is where you do stuff that you should be roped in for, and then you're not.
And you're not.
And if you fall, you die.
Aye.
So I don't do that.
What are okay? So the bouldering that you do is inside and it's matted and it's like small space. But would you
Yes.
do that outside too? Or-
Yeah. So people will bring like, you can get like mats to bring along when you boulder
Oh,
outside.
sure.
I probably wouldn't boulder outside if it was anything more than like 10 feet.
Yeah.
But
And this isn't like you're a goat and you're walking over rocks and through cracks. This is like your hand and legs and you're climbing.
yes.
So it's
Yes.
not like, oh, this is a steep trail that I have to touch some rocks. It's
No,
I am
you're
climbing
climbing.
rock.
Yeah.
I am rock climbing.
Yeah.
Interesting. So how did you get in? How did you get into that? It's a niche thing to do. Did you
Yeah.
start indoors, a gym,
I
or what?
started indoors, like the first time I ever did it like consistently was at Calvin, but like when I was a kid, whenever there was a wall somewhere, like if I was at a camp and they had a rock wall, I was
Oh.
like, this is what I'm gonna do all day because
Okay.
I love it. And then kind of freshman year, I was like, Calvin has a wall and I should totally take advantage of this. And so started going with Gabby, and then
Yeah.
I just, stuck with it.
When you came to school here, were you like, there's a rock wall and that's important?
Kind of. Yeah,
Okay.
when I went on my tour, I was like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's already one here, and is it good? Like if you were comparing it to other indoor like routes, is it good? Is it
Calvin-
interchangeable? Can they move holds around?
Yeah,
do.
they switch them out every few weeks or so. Or there'll be a couple new routes, like every time you go mostly.
Something new to explore.
Their top roping is great. Their bouldering wall is very small and terrible.
Yeah.
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 But
Yeah. Do you think top roping is something that people are like familiar with? Like who everyone can do that? It's like you don't have to
I mean,
have-
it's very accessible. Like you can go to the wall and be like, I've never done this before and I want to learn. You get a 10-minute lesson and make sure you're not going to kill anybody
No.
and make sure you know how to use the equipment and then go for it.
Do you then learn how to belay too? Like, do you have to like also be like the anchor? You learn how to do that?
Yeah, so you'll learn both things kind of at the same time and go with a partner and yeah.
Interesting. Ever have any injuries?
Maybe
Yeah.
just once. Yeah. So flashback to mid-October this year. There's a climbing gym here called Terra Firma that I was going to pretty consistently. I had like a punch pass at. It was a great time, and I went with Gabby and my brother and her sister, and it was literally the first route I was climbing that day. Like got to the gym, picked a route to climb, started climbing, and the best part of the story is Gabby's too nice to me and likes to brag about how good of a climber I am. It's not true.
Okay.
But I start climbing this route and she looks over to her sister and she goes, watching Clara climb is like watching the Olympics. And I go, no, watching Clara climb is like watching the Olympics gone terribly, terribly wrong. 5 seconds later, I fall and dislocate my kneecap. And
man.
I've climbed like maybe twice since then, and it hasn't gone well. So
Because you're out of shape, or because like the
because
knees in
my
rehab?
knee's
Or?
still messed up, yeah.
Yeah. So did that happen on the landing, or like your foot against the wall? Or I don't need all the gory details, but give me all the
No,
gory
so
details.
I'm like 7, 8 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
And I kind of take like a jump toward a hold, miss it completely, and usually you kind of have time to adjust for a fall. None of that. So I miss the hold, and I just slide down the wall, and my knee lands on a hold as I'm falling.
Yeah.
And like hits the bottom of my knee, and then there goes the kneecap.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I have no frame
Not
of reference
good.
for that kind of pain.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the stupid thing, it was the second time I had injured that knee in college. My first time was the first time I ever went skiing freshman year.
Yeah.
And I was skiing, and I'd been going for like 4 hours, and everything was going great. And then I fell, and my ski caught something, and my knee it grabbed on the ground and yanked my knee backwards. Same knee, so that's taken a beating.
That knee is a weak link.
A problem child.
It's a problem
Yeah,
child. Are you gonna like put a tattoo on it? Like,
Perhaps.
yeah, stop being such a baby.
That would be a good place for a tattoo.
Yeah, something
I
like
don't know what it would
derivative.
say.
Something
Yeah.
about the knee to the knee, like a message to the knee.
Yes.
Yeah, like get your act together. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Never been the type of person. See, I'm way too indecisive to get a tattoo. But if I was gonna get a tattoo, I feel like
Yeah.
that'd be the move.
Yeah. So you don't have any tattoos? Do you have like a short list of tattoos you might get? Like, do you have a list somewhere you've
Not
written
really.
down?
No.
Well, like some
Every
people-
time I think about it, I'm like, if I got that, I'd probably hate it tomorrow. So
Well, like some people do, like sisters will do like half a heart or
Yeah.
a bird or a flower, or
I think-
roommates will do like an inside joke or like two halves of the same word or
Yes.
something like that.
I think if I got something that was like sort of matching with somebody, then I wouldn't regret it.
Yeah.
Because then, like, even if it was a stupid tattoo, like the person would mean something to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of like giving people keychains.
Yes. Brett? Where's yours? I don't see it on you right now.
It's in my office
Is it?
keys.
Huh.
Yeah, it's right here. Well, it's in my pocket. Yeah, I kept them. So that is healed up then? You're back to climbing. You said you've climbed a few times.
Yeah, I'm back to trying to climb.
Okay.
I'm very scared to boulder again because that's lots of falling.
Right. And
And-
that's not how it happened though. It happened in top rope.
No, it happened bouldering.
Oh, it did. Okay,
yeah,
you slid
so
down
I
the wall
just
'cause you
fell
weren't
all the way
rope.
to the ground.
I see.
and-
You slid down the holds
Uh-huh.
and you weren't
Yes.
being belayed, and
Yeah.
I get it, gravity.
Uh-huh.
So really you have to think about gravity.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But hopefully I can make that recovery soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should probably be doing physical therapy, and I'm not.
Well, that was the
'cause
questions.
I'm
I thought
lazy.
maybe you had talked about that like earlier on in the winter.
Yes.
There's a story about. Have you ever been a backpack?
Have I ever what?
Have you ever been a backpack?
Been a backpack?
Mm.
Such as in Chicago? That kind of backpack?
Yeah. You ever been to Chicago? Question. Then the
Yeah.
answer is like, were you a backpack?
I was a backpack. I was like escorted in a royal chair down
Yeah.
the stairs by a couple good friends.
Yeah. I remember there being many different like positions of you being carried on the back like a backpack.
Yes.
Piggyback rides for days.
Yeah.
One of the things about
Oh,
going
nice.
to Chicago is that we walk for like miles.
Yes.
And in this case, if your knee is like sideways, you can't walk for miles. And so the
And you
solution
can't
was.
crutch for miles either.
Did you even have a crutch?
No.
Yeah, you were crutchless. So the
I
solution
had
was.
been like crutching around the school, and then I decided Chicago without crutches was a good idea.
a natural progression.
yeah.
But so you got carried.
Yes.
Not a bad way to go.
No, not at all.
I only thought it got to be a weird position one time when we were sort of in a hurry once. Yeah.
No, it works surprisingly well.
Yeah. We had enough people that, that you could pass the backpack around.
Yes.
So I'm sharing. Let me think. I have some other questions for you. You're a designer.
Sure.
You're a graphic designer.
Sort of. I try to be.
Okay, but then also, what else do you like to do?
I don't know how I ended up at graphic design, and it's not that I don't enjoy it, but like I think I've tried like everything out there just
Yeah.
because whenever I see something interesting, I'm like, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
So I started calligraphy in high school,
Okay.
and I've kind of been doing that ever since. And I do embroidery just when I have the time to.
Yeah.
I really love that.
Interesting.
But I've done like watercolor, like jewelry making, kind of everything.
Do you
I
combine
tried
some?
knitting. That didn't go well. I knit one scarf and then gave up.
Yeah. Was it crochet or knit? It's
Knit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've designed ideas for crochet, but I've only crocheted one line that was like 8 inches long, and that was
Yes,
enough
I've
for
done
me.
that too.
That was
like
enough
a
for me.
string of. That's kind of nice.
I made a chain, and then I'm like,
uh-huh.
I'm not I'm done. Tap
No.
out. I didn't
Yeah.
even try to turn them back. and put
I
it
wish
away.
I was a crochet person. That'd be cool.
I feel like it's almost something you can do, but not. You can like do it like while you're watching a
Yeah,
movie. It's just
yeah.
sort of you're going across, and I assume knitting's the same way, but I've never
Yeah.
actually attempted it.
And my grandma's a big knitter, and she
Oh, nice.
just like her favorite things are basketball, baseball, and knitting. And so she's been retired for a long time. She's like 83, and she will just March Madness is her like favorite time of the year. She'll just knit and watch basketball.
Does she like knit basketball logos?
Nah.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That
She
would
could like
be.
combine all of her passions. She could like knit Chicago Cubs logos and
That
things.
would be sweet.
Yeah. Do you write? Are you a writer?
I am an English major also,
Hmm.
and I focus on like creative writing. I think I really enjoy writing short stories.
Yeah.
If I would probably not do that for a career.
You wouldn't
But-
write for a career?
No, I would maybe edit for a career. I've weirdly always liked editing and grammar. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Grammar. That's a fun thing to talk about and think about.
Everybody hates it, but honestly, it's like so nicely concrete after like so much of my life is just like floating up here in the abstract.
Yeah.
In grammar, there's rules to, which is
There are rules you can
enjoyable.
apply to?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about procrastination?
I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not great, but I think I like to think anyway that I do good work under deadlines, like under pressure. And I've been known to write a paper in like a 5-page paper in like 2 hours and turn it in the next morning
Yeah.
and like get an okay grade on it.
And it's
Yeah.
quality. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes quality.
Yeah.
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
But
You travel ever?
I do. My family likes to travel a lot, so
Yeah, but who cares about those guys? Yeah, this is you.
But
Yeah.
I will be traveling to England in
England.
the spring.
Have you been to Europe before?
I've been to Europe once. I've been to Northern Ireland.
Any interesting
Artist
stories from
Collab.
Northern Ireland?
There's
What's
lots
the
of
most
stories.
awkward thing that happened to you in Northern Ireland?
I don't think I should talk about one awkward thing because Kelsey's right here. No, it was when Kelsey and Judah started dating, and nobody knew what was going on except Kelsey and Judah.
Yeah.
And then Izzy would come in our room and be like, "Kelsey and Judah are in my room. Can I stay here?" But
Yeah.
so that was interesting. There were lots of like weird little things between people. I'm like, what is going on? But
Yeah, group dynamics on trips, travels is always like bizarre.
yeah,
It's
there
like
were a few of
interesting how
us that
people
like
pair up.
definitely were not having a good time with each other at the end of the trip.
Oh yeah.
It was
yeah.
like some people got much closer, and some people are like, "Yep, never want to see you again."
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long you got? Like 2 weeks, 16 days, something like that.
3
Oh, you were there for 3 weeks.
about, I think.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be closer to a month, but the flight got delayed. It was a whole mess where we were like at the airport and then went home and had to leave like 2 days later.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You ever go to New Jersey?
No.
No.
Yeah,
why would you?
What's in New Jersey?
I don't know. Just wondering. Some people go to New Jersey for some reason.
Some people, not me.
You. No, not you.
No.
No.
I mean, it's like knockoff New York, so why would you?
Knock off New
Yeah.
York. You said you were in New York City recently?
I was in New York
You were
City
explaining to me
recently.
an island made out of cement.
Yeah.
What?
So, I am actually from New Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, which is why I was in New York.
Yeah.
But no, it's this sweet. It's called Little Island, and I didn't know.
Little Island?
Little
Okay,
Island.
okay.
Yeah, and it goes out into the Hudson River, and it's these like cement like basin pillar things that hold up this like whole park that goes out into the river,
Interesting.
which is really sweet.
I looked it up online
Uh-huh.
briefly, and it looks like someone took the piers from like a freeway overpass and then pushed
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
them
and, like,
closer
grouped them all
together,
together.
and then made a park on top of them.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
like-
that's probably not what happened, because how would you take a bunch of piers and move them around?
Yes, but
it's what it looked like.
no, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Well, okay,
it's kind
so-
of it's like right across from the High Line. If you
Oh, of
have
course.
you been to
Yeah.
the High Line?
Oh, yeah.
So that was the plan for the day. Walk the High Line,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I was like, "What is that thing over there?" And so
Did you do the High Line too?
no,
Oh, you could do
Went
it
on it
anytime.
for- yeah.
No, the that's a great park. I've
Yeah,
been on that
no, it's
twice,
so cool.
and I would like to like. Can you ride your bike on the High Line? Do you know? Do you remember? I feel like
I don't
not.
think so.
Yeah, I would
it
like
gets
to.
like really, really busy.
I would like to like hike the length of it because I don't remember how long it is. We
Yeah,
just
no,
did
it's-
like
it's
half an
sweet,
hour.
though.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a great idea in a city like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're out of time.
Okay.
Awkward handshake or balance stick?
I will balance a stick.
Let me find it.
Nobody's picked your handshake option though.
It's fine. But I won't
It's
offer
kind
it to
of
anyone
awkward.
else. No one else gets to choose.
Sad. Maybe I should have taken it.
You can pick one end or the other.
I feel like
It's not a
this is the
pivot, it's a
logical-
balance. And we try to see if we can go for 5 seconds.
Oh boy.
Let me know when you're ready. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clara Visser, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks. See you later. Many thanks for watching. Be sure and to like and subscribe to The Beam. To do so, exert continuous physical force on the like button. Should be over there. And we'll be back on the press next week with another episode. Until then, stay well, keep your balance, and stay on The Beam.